We also call it monotonic function. The sense of monotonicity is either ascending or descending. Well, today we will be going through this topic. So first let us learn the concept. Let us take a function. Y equal to fx, defined on the function y equal to fx is said to be non-decreasing or you can say simply increasing if f dash x is greater than 0 for all x in A, and decreasing if f dash x is less than 0 for all x in A, right? This definition we have used calculus. This is the definition using calculus. Okay. Now let us learn its geometrical significances. Suppose, students, now we will be dealing with application of derivatives, and in application of derivatives we know that there are 5 topics in class 12. First has been removed. Anyway, we will discuss it later on. Today we will be starting increasing and decreasing function. Okay. Y equal to fx. So this y equal to fx, if you look at, this is very simple. We have taken x1 and x2 in such a way that x1 is less than x2 in the interval AB. So if x1 is less than x2, giving us fx1 less than or equal to fx2, then the function is an increasing function in the interval this. And this happens to be true for all x1, x2 in the interval AB. So the same thing can be write in a different way, that is for x2 greater than x1, fx2 greater than fx1. For x1, x2 belonging to this, then fx is increasing in this, right? Now let us try to connect the classical definition with calculus. Now if we have this situation, look at this, we can always go for fx2 minus fx1 is greater than equal to 0, and if you look at this, x2 is minus x1 is greater than 0, not equal to, greater than 0. Okay. Now if this is the situation,
start.
If I take this, then what is this value? Tell me. This value is going to be something like greater than equal to 0 if you look at this. Because here x1 is not equal to x2, note it. Both are not same because we cannot have 0 in the denominator. Now if I take limit x2 approaching to x1, fx2 minus fx1 by x2 minus x1 greater than equal to 0. Now what is this? The question is this. What is this? Is it not, can't I say this as f dash x1 is greater than equal to 0 for all x1 in the interval AB? Can I say this? Can I say this? Now in place of x1, even we can have, in the next line we can have fx greater than 0 for all x in AB. This is what we have given in the definition of using calculus for increasing. So this we call increasing. Similarly, fx is said to be non-increasing, or we can say decreasing if f dash x is less than 0, equal to for all x belonging to A. Now look at its algebraic approach. What is that? Algebraically, we can say this. Fx is said to be decreasing if fx2 is fx2 less than fx1 algebraically fx is said to be decreasing if x2 greater than x1 implies fx2 less than fx1, or even we can write it like this. This is fx, okay, well, fx2 minus fx1 is becoming less than equal to 0, and x2 minus x1 is the greater than 0. So therefore fx2 minus fx1 by x2 minus x1 is becoming less than 0. Why? Because this you get positive and this you get negative. So positive by negative is negative. This is the explanation. So what does it mean? This means limit if I take x2 as approaching to x1 and fx2 minus fx1 by x2 minus x1 less than 0. So this is nothing but f dash x1 is less than equal to 0. Can I write equal to everywhere? This is the case, right? So that is fx is less than equal to 0 for all x in negative. So this is the condition for decreasing function. Well, non-increasing, so-called decreasing, and non-increasing, so-called non-decreasing, so-called increasing. So far it was all about connectivity of definition from increasing to a calculus approach. Now whenever we are given a problem, most of the time we talk in terms of a strictly increasing or a strictly decreasing. Now here is the basic. You look at, for y equal to fx to be strictly increasing in AB, if f dash x is greater than equal to 0, not equal to, here not equal to, because strictly sign is there. I will tell you graphically what is the difference. For x belonging to AB, for y equal to fx to be strictly decreasing in AB, if f dash x is less than 0 for all x. So whenever you are talking about increasing, it should be in certain interval. Now suppose I say there is a function. Suppose I say there is a function like this. Now what do you see? Here if you look at, in certain interval it is coming down. So it is decreasing, and after certain this critical point it is again lifting up. So what is happening? This is the case of. So what happens? Whenever you are talking about decreasing or increasing, it has to be in a particular interval. Once you are talking both in a particular interval, means that we say it is neither increasing or not decreasing. right? So say this is fx equal to a and x equal to b, right? So if you look at this point and I say this is fx, okay, so this part is your decreasing, right? Similarly, if I take x equal to c, so this part is increasing. But when we say what about the monotonicity of the function in the interval AC, then we say it is neither increasing nor decreasing, because both things are happening, isn't it? So when you are talking about decreasing, it should be in a particular interval, and again in BC it is increasing, right? Well, now we have some problem. In this problem, we will be finding in which interval this particular function is increasing and in which interval this function is decreasing. And that we have chosen the algebraic function only. We have taken only algebraic function, nothing else. Okay. Now, let us start with solution. You see, in class 11 we have already gone through one wavy curve system. Means under this what happens, suppose there is a function fx and fx is some rational expression is there, okay, some rational expression is there, say x minus a, x minus b cube square and then x minus c, something like this. If this is the situation, we can always talk about its value, whether it is greater than 0 or less than 0. So we can find the interval in which this is either greater than 0, greater than equal to 0, less than 0 or less than equal to 0. So preferably we know this idea, and now we will be using this. So let us do the, so you write down what is given. So fx, first step is we will be differentiating once. So this is nothing but 6. We can first factorize it. Well, here what is the definition? What is the definition? Definition is, so for increasing f dash x must be greater than 0. F dash x must be greater than 0. So what do you see? Means this function x2, x1 must be greater than 0. Now we always talk in terms of strictly increasing. This is about strictly increasing. Even if it is asked increasing, you can go like this, no problem. So let us take a number line, and if you look at this, if you equate it, ये वीडियो पूरा बना दीजिए. F dash x is equal to 0. Let f dash x is equal to 0. So if you take f dash x equal to 0, this is nothing but x minus 2, x minus 1. So therefore x equal to 1, 2. Now let us take this. What is this? Take this 1 and take this 2. Now how to see the sign convention? This will go up to infinity and this will go minus infinity this side. Now what is the technique? What we do is, after putting these numbers on number line, we take the rightmost number. You just beyond these two, the last number, you select any one. Say suppose we have selected x equal to 3. So if we put here x equal to 3, what happens? This f dash x. Try to analyze the sign of this f dash x. X equal to 3, suppose you are putting here, what happens? This will be positive, this will be positive. So positive into positive is positive. So what will happen? F dash x is, here the f dash x sign is positive. Now if it is positive, now if you look at any value in between, what happens? This will be negative and this will be positive. Alternatively it will come, provided you are having odd power over here. Okay, provided you are having odd power over here. Okay, now looking into this, we can say in which interval this function is increasing and in which interval this function is decreasing, right? So from infinity to 1 union 2 to infinity, minus infinity to 1 union 2 to infinity, the function is increasing, and in the interval 1 and 2 the function is decreasing. That only we will be writing, expressing it. So here, looking into this, we can say fx is increasing for all x in the interval minus infinity to 1 and or you can say 2 to infinity, and decreasing in this interval. You look at this because this is a negative sign. So this way, let us try another one. I leave the second question which we have written, that I leave it for you. Okay. Now I'll have a third question. Taken the third, fx equal to x minus 1 whole cube and x minus 3 whole cube. Solution. Given right? So what is the first step? First we will differentiate it. So f dash x. Alright, this we differentiate, we will be applying the product rule. What is the product rule? First we are differentiating this, and then we keep this as it is. Another, we can keep this as a constant and then differentiate this. So let us simplify. This we have differentiated. Now what is the second phase? Second phase is what? First you equate this to 0. Now if we equate it to 0, we are getting x equal to this. Basically we are getting this x minus 3 whole square, x minus 2 whole square, and therefore, so our next step is we will be writing this x equal to 1, 2, 3 on the number line. Now this is the number line, and on the number line we have taken 1, 2, 3. Right, this is 1, 2, 3. So what is the straight? Again, what is the target? Our target is to see in which interval this is greater than 0 and in which interval this is less than 0. Right? So what to do? Let us take a number in the rightmost. After 3. After 3, suppose you have taken 4 or 3.5 or whatever. We take the integral value so that we can easily identify whether it is giving us positive or negative. Suppose I take 4. Okay. Suppose you take 4 here, 4 here. You see, whatever value you take, try to understand, whatever value you take, these part will always be positive. Why? Because a square is there. Square is there. Well, but still, x equal to 4 if you take, what happens? This is positive. This part is positive. Now what about this? 3 is there, and 3 is coming from this. 3 is coming from this. And what is happening to this 3? What is happening to this 3? This 3, x minus 3 having square power. So even if this part is negative, because if you go to less than 3, even if this part is negative, whole square will make it positive. Okay. So this power is a square, and you are crossing this 3, and this is x minus 3, so the sign will not change. Okay. And then you come to this number 2. Number 2, what happens? Here the odd power is there. So what is happening? Suppose you take any value here. Suppose I take half here, half. Or you can say 0.5. 0.5 suppose we take, what happens? You see, 0.5 when we take, this will be negative, right? So this is negative. And what about this part? If you take value here, what happens? Here you see x minus 1 power is square, and here x is equal to 1, right? So what happens? Since this power is even, what happens? The sign will not have any change. You understand what is happening? So we can write, so therefore, fx is increasing if f dash x is greater than 0. That means what? So this part is this. Similarly, and fx is to minus 2 1 union. So this is this. So this is all about function is decreasing or increasing in this interval. Well, similarly, we can have, I am giving you one homework of this type only. Homework is this: fx equal to x plus 1 cube x minus 3 cube. Okay, and I this is, so you do and very take it. Finally, before thanks, let me tell you one. Let me brief the session. Session is something like this. You see, what was the... This part is your increasing part, okay? This part is your increasing part. Let me tell you. And even if I go like this, this is also increasing part. You look at this. Well, and suppose I come to this part. This part is your decreasing part. This part is your decreasing part. Here also there can be a situation like this. You see what is happening. Even if you are, suppose this is x1 and x2, what is happening? Here x2 is greater than x1, but what is happening to fx? fx1 becoming fx2 equal. So if equality sign, so this is not about the strictly increasing and this is not about the strictly decreasing. This is the case of strictly बिल्कुल एकदम sharp ऊपर तक जा रहा है. So we say increasing, sharp एकदम नीचे आ रहा है. We say decreasing, strictly decreasing. Okay. We always talk and we always do the problem in terms of strictly increasing and strictly decreasing. You don't have to bother about equality sign. Okay. Don't get confused. Thank you very much. And remaining questions you will be doing. That is your homework. Thank you.